Nestled in between the snow-topped mountains, wilderness, and stunning terrains, its outstanding architecture and its wondrous environment contrast the beauty of man-made and the naturally made. This blooming metropolis is truly a sight to behold and will leave your heart throbbing with awe. Hello and welcome to Travel Overlooked, where we inform you of the most overlooked travel destinations as well as a different perspective of the most visited areas of the world. Today we'll be talking about Salt Lake City. Salt Lake's history begins all the way back in 1847, when a group of 148 Mormon pioneers happened upon the region. These pioneers believed in a separate branch of Christianity that was founded in 1830. They fled their original home due to religious persecution and finally reached their promised land. The leader at the time made a famous statement as soon as they reached Salt Lake. He said, "This is the place." This brief statement is still widely revered to this day. So much so that there's even a state park called This Is the Place Heritage Park, commemorating the famous spot where this was said. When the Mormons first arrived in the valley, the region was part of Mexico. A treaty was signed in 1848 which officially ceded it to the United States. Shortly afterwards, the group had many of their crops destroyed due to a plague of crickets. But seagulls saved the day by feasting upon most of the crickets and saving what little remained of the crops. This event was widely called the Miracle of the Gulls by the villagers. This event was so warmly remembered that Utah later appointed the seagull to be the state bird. During the Californian gold rush, thousands of migrants came to Salt Lake's mining scene for an opportunity to strike gold, as well as many people from the east of the country passing through. With this large surge of people brought a massive amount of business and trade to the city, as well as attention to this humble little town. In the 1890s, the Mormon Church abolished the act of polygamy, and in 1896, Utah turned into the 45th state and announced Salt Lake City as its capital. Throughout each year, Salt Lake City grows into the current city that you see today. It started to develop its character in the mid-1900s. The state capitol and numerous other historical structures were built. Electric streetcars garaged at Trolley Square, which is presently a popular shopping center, were all introduced to move individuals living in the Avenues, Capitol Hill, Liberty Park, and the Sugar House regions to downtown. The Great Depression carried development to a halt, but it soon hit a boom again during World War II. War industries and army bases revived the economy. Soldiers and workers burned through their cash in the city's eateries, shops, dance halls, and theaters. In present day, Salt Lake City continues to experience strong economic and employment growth. So much so that the city is ranked one of the best places for starting a business in the nation. Because it's one of the best for business, you can see many small and local businesses flourishing within this amazing city. Salt Lake City is quite the hub of attractions. They have a large range to offer for all types of tourists. This city is specifically known for a 10-acre piece of land called the Temple Square. Temple Square is directly in the center of Salt Lake City and is the headquarters of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Temple Square was designated as a National Historic Landmark in 1964, recognizing the beauty that the Mormons created and maintained for generations. It's also more visited than all of the 5 national parks in Utah. Located within this square are a wide range of facilities, such as the Salt Lake Temple, the Salt Lake Tabernacle, Salt Lake Assembly Hall, the Seagull Monument, and 2 visitor centers. Just within this plot of land, smothered within a thriving city, contains a day's worth of activities. Although this attraction is merely a government building, it certainly boasts a magnificent atmosphere that any tourist would flock to. Located on top of Capitol Hill, peering down upon the city, this building stands over the city as though it were a grand castle. The building was inspired by classical architecture, and many newspapers at the time compared it to Greece's Parthenon. Its exterior was made using granite that was collected in a nearby mine. Much of the material went into its 52 35-foot tall columns. Meanwhile, the interior consists of 4 floors and a basement, all of it being made of marble that was imported from Georgia. You can explore most of the interior and exterior of the building, digesting all of the art, nature, and history it has to offer. After visiting all that the city has to offer, take a drive down to Antelope Island State Park. Located right beside the Great Salt Lake, this park is the perfect place to witness wildlife that you rarely see on a daily basis. Here you can experience bison walking past your car with just a mere distance away from you, or you can see American antelope peacefully grazing in the distance. Other than fauna, you can see the wilderness that has largely remained untouched by man for centuries. Now, who can talk about any city without mentioning some good food? Salt Lake City has much to offer but is well known for its Mexican restaurant called the Red Iguana. This restaurant is renowned for its authentic menu and mouth-watering food. They certainly do not lie when their motto is Killer Mexican Food. They have a large variety of food from all across Mexico to choose from, but they are most famous for their 7 different types of mole sauces. They also have traditional tacos and burritos, refreshing margaritas, beers imported from Mexico, tequila, and much more. If you're looking for a scenic cafe located within a flourishing park, then the Park Cafe is the place for you. This cafe is a cozy breakfast spot to grab your daily cup of coffee along with a scrumptious pastry, all while taking a relaxing stroll through the scenic Liberty Park directly across the cafe. They're well known for their hearty yet delicious breakfast menu, ranging from breakfast burritos, hash browns, and so on. Salt Lake City is such a hub for amazing food that all of you must come here and explore all the wonderful tastes that this city has to offer. This is one of those cities you rarely hear about as a travel destination. They have so much to offer for any type of traveler. Throughout the decades, Salt Lake City blossomed into a thriving metropolis that it is today. Much of it is through the people of the past, but now it is through the people of today. Thank you so much for watching, and please support us by subscribing, liking, and commenting on how we can improve our videos for you all. You can purchase our merch from the link in the description below. We'll now be uploading twice a week with our new segment 2 Minute Tuesday. Stay tuned for the next video. Take care!